Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another sorority video for you guys, or I should say another sorority advice video for you guys. If you guys hear yelling in the background, just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just act like you don't hear it. Anywho, today's video we are going to be talking about reasons that organizations will choose you should you be interested in joining them. So if you're interested in watching this video, keep watching. I did post a video previously about reasons that organizations will not choose you. So if you want to know the reasons why we would choose you, keep watching this video. So let's talk about the non-paperwork items first, and then we will go into the paperwork items, because I feel like the non-paperwork items is what's going to get you in for the application and the interview, and then from there on what will keep you in and make you a candidate. So let's get into it. It's not in any particular order, it's just some things that I thought of that I just want to share with you guys and things that I think would help you guys out. One of the things that I think will most definitely get you into an organization is having the personality that fits that organization. And it could be depending on the chapters. Don't get me wrong, some organizations will not choose, or some chapters will not choose the same people with the same personality because they're looking for diversity. But for the most part, if you're looking to join a particular organization and you know that that organization has a particular personality in itself, then you know that they're going to recruit people who have personalities similar to theirs. Now, if you're interested in an organization that does not have the personality that is all the same, then you might stand a better chance because you're different and they're looking for different people to make their chapters more diverse and make their organization more diverse as well. Another thing that I think would help you guys get into an organization would be to get to know the chapter. So if you have a well-known reputation on chapter, if you have a well-known personality on campus and everyone sees you in a positive light, I think that that is a good way to get you into the organizations, because they're hearing things about you and all things are good things, and they know that you're in other organizations on campus. They know that you have leadership roles, so they're watching you and they're seeing and hearing good things, and I think that's a good way to get you in because you have a very positive impact on the campus already, and they're recruiting people who have positive impacts on the campus as well. So I think that's a good way to get you into the organization of your dreams. Another reason why most organizations will choose applicants or choose interest would be simply because they need the numbers. It sounds cheeky, but it's 100% the truth. I think that some chapters are smaller, and if they are smaller, then they're looking to recruit people that they know will fill their numbers and basically keep the chapter from dying once everyone graduates. So if you are looking to join a particular chapter and you know that they're small in numbers, you probably stand a better chance of getting in because you're trying to help them increase their numbers and they know that they need their numbers increased. I think the difference would be if you're trying to join an organization that has a bigger chapter on campus and you know that they pull larger lines, and with those larger lines they probably cap at a certain number, so you probably have bigger competition with getting in, so they might not choose you if all other requirements are met for the people that they absolutely want based on the other factors that I mentioned. So just bear that, or take that into consideration when you're considering why an organization wouldn't choose you. It could be one of those following reasons as well. Lastly, one of the reasons that I think that people will be chosen to join an organization would be the age-old, like the age-old status of being a legacy. If you guys don't know what a legacy is, I will have a video coming out soon. I'm not sure if it'll be before or after this video, but a legacy is basically someone whose relative is a part of the organization that they want to join. So it could be an aunt, uncle, dad, mom, sister, brother, cousin. I think that's as far as it stretches with being a legacy. It has to be with your immediate family, basically. So if you're a legacy, you probably stand a better chance of getting into the organization, or you at least stand a chance of being chosen for a interview or being chosen for formal, because you are a legacy. For most organizations, they are required to give legacies a chance, regardless of how much they know about them. If you meet the legacy status and you meet the requirements of being considered a legacy, then you're basically offered a chance to get into the organization because it's probably written in their bylaws somewhere that they have to give you a chance. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about paperwork. So you're an interest, you meet the requirements of being chosen based off of the things that aren't on paper. So the things that are on paper that will get you in is basically having a great application. The application has to meet all the requirements. So with the requirements, you have to have the GPA, which they will screen before they even invite you to formal and interviews. So you have to have the GPA, the community service hours, a pretty good resume. Some chapters may not ask you for a resume, but From my experience, I know my organization does. So make sure you have a good enough GPA. I tell people to make sure they go above the required GPA. And the reason why I say this is because sometimes when you meet the GPA requirement and you get in to become a candidate, you're studying to be a part of the organization as well. So if you're studying to be a candidate and you're still in school and you're taking classes and you have just the base GPA, the stresses of joining an organization could possibly bring your GPA down because you're studying for two different things and both things are due, and you have other commitments that you have to commit to, like work and everything. So adding on joining a sorority can be stressful and it can bring down your GPA, and you don't want that. You don't want to join with the base GPA and then by the end of joining, you're now on probation because your GPA has fallen. I always say strive for higher. Strive for at least 5 points or 0.5 points higher than what they require so that you're good and you're comfortable where you are when you start your process. So I mentioned the basic requirements, I mentioned the application. The last thing that I think will guarantee you getting in would be your interview. I mentioned this in my previous video as to why we won't choose you based off of your interview. Check out the reasons why in that video. But basically, having a great interview, having energy, having personality, being able to answer our questions that we're asking you, I think is very important. And asking questions as well, I think, is a great way to solidify your candidacy with the organization, because you're engaging, you're asking questions, you're interacting, you seem very interested, and I think that it will solidify your position. So take all these things into consideration when you are interested in joining an organization. Consider the reasons why we would and wouldn't choose you if you start your process in the fall, summer, or spring. Just make sure that you're taking into account what you have to bring to the table so that organizations will be interested in you when you're ready to show interest and eventually apply. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any comments, put them down below. You guys already know if you have questions, you can DM me on Instagram or you can email me directly, and all that information will be listed down below as well as in this video. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I hope that you guys are safe and well, and I'll see you guys in my next sorority video. Bye.